This is Calm AF, a podcast for humans who are hard on themselves. A podcast for the overthinkers, people pleasers, perfectionists, and overachievers. I'm Kristen Finch, and I'm going to teach you how to quiet that incessant negative chatter in your head. Because you know what a person with a calm mind can do? Anything they want. Grab your coffee, gorgeous soul, because today's the day you get Calm AF. Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to Calm AF. We are in part 4 of the Things I Wish My Younger Self Knew series, and I just decided this is going to be the last part of this series. The reason being is if I don't make this the last one, I fear there may be no end to the series at all. Like at some point, I would have to change the name of the podcast from Calm AF to Things I Wish My Younger Self Knew. So we're just going to end it. And if you want to know more things that I wish my younger self knew, you could just listen to literally any other episode of this podcast because they're all things that would have been really nice to know sooner. Today, I feel like is a really important one and a great place to end. Today, I would tell my younger self, Kristen, decide early, figure out early what really matters, what at the end of your life, you're going to say, this is what I'm really glad I spent my life doing. Find those things and then figure out how to never forget them. Okay? Because what's going to happen is you're going to have reminders throughout your life. You're going to go through things that turn your life upside down. And in the process of turning your life upside down, you're going to be reminded of things that matter, or someone that you love or someone that you admire is going to die. And it's going to remind you of what matters in life. And I really think the ultimate goal is to figure out what those things are early and then stop forgetting them. How do we stop forgetting them? So I was recently reminded again of this. Just recently. So I went through a really, really highly stressful time about a year, and my daughter was going through some health issues, and they were pretty significant, like very scary what was going on, and no one could figure out what it was. We were in and out of doctors' offices and hospitals, and no one seemed to know what was going on. Everything was coming back normal. And I can't tell you how many doctors like shrugged their shoulders at me and said, that's really weird. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Which I don't know. I was like, have you ever met a mom? Does that answer ever worked for any mom you've ever said it to? Like, I don't know. That's weird. No, of course not. So I went home, right? When we can't find answers here, I'm like, well, it's on me then. I am going to figure out what's going on, and I'm going to figure out how to help my daughter. And it became my full-time job, my second full-time job, or my third, right? Because I've got my actual job, I've got my, being a mom and a wife job, and then I now have this new job of medical detective or, pretend doctor. So all of this is going on, and it's about a year of this. And it reminded me again, each time there would be, we'll call it a flare, even though I'm just using that word. Every time there was some sort of a flare and we would be in the thick of it where I'm my nervous system is hypervigilant and I'm on that kind of in that emergency mode, we need to solve this issue. Every time I would get into this place and then I would come back down a little bit, get myself a little bit more regulated, I found myself being I just want to go home and do laundry. I just want to go home and cook dinner for my family, which I know if you know me, you're like, has that ever been a thing? Because I don't like to cook. I don't enjoy making dinner. I don't enjoy doing things with food besides eating, basically. But it wasn't about the making dinner. It wasn't about the laundry. Those weren't the specific things that I'm like, oh, I really, really want to do this. I love laundry so much. No, what I wanted was to be able to do something very simple that but do it in a meaningful and intentional way. I wanted to use it as a way to love my family, to help, to be of service. I wanted it to, I just wanted normalcy at the end of the day, right? And what that reminds me of again and again and again is that the things that we think we're supposed to want, the things that we think are so important in our day-to-day lives, the things we're told really matter. Like, oh, you need to have money and you need to be very successful and you need to be striving all the time to achieve. And you need to do this and be this and have this. Like, that's what occupies so much of our time, because that's what we're told and that's what we're taught, and it's reinforced all the time. But when you are reminded again because of some sort of situation that turns your world upside down, you're reminded that it's like all of that can go away. None of those things matter. What matters is being with people that you love, doing things that you love, enjoying your life, being connected. And a lot of that is available now, right? Like, we think we can have that. Like, I'll feel this inner peace. I'll be able to finally slow down and connect with my children or my partner, or I'll finally be able to go do this amazing thing that I wanted to do once I've done these things. Right? Once the to-do list has been checked off, once the goal has been achieved, once I've, accomplished this, lost the weight, made more money, the kids are older, like all of these things that we put off our life and the things that really matter by focusing on the things that at the end of the day don't actually matter. We've just been told that they really matter. And in our hardest moments, we realize that it's those mundane moments that hold the most, they really hold what we're looking for. They hold moments of peace and love and connection. And it's our hardest moments, or those periods of chronic stress, that we really remember what matters. I've talked about this before. I call it the best worst club. People who have been through the worst thing you can imagine and survived, we receive a gift. It's the gift of perspective of what really matters, of what life is all about. And even though you kind of wish you didn't have to go through the thing to get the gift, you will be changed forever, because once you are reminded in such a significant way what actually matters, you can't unknow it. But you can forget it. And we do forget it because, again, the narrative out there is be successful, achieve, be liked, be approved of, be important, right? All of these things. So we just lose perspective. We forget. And the whole reason why I do what I do, the whole reason why I have Calm AF Life, and those members get daily reminders every single day. They get a little love letter in their inbox that says in some way or another, hey, don't forget what matters. Don't forget. Remember? That's why I created that program. I mean, lots of reasons, but that is such a huge part of the reason why I send those daily love letters, because I'm like, we have to figure out how to stop forgetting what really matters. We need to do whatever we have to do to be reminded of what really matters every day, because otherwise we do forget. Because the world will tell you that it's your success and how productive you are. Oh, right? Like, let's talk about that conversation. I just have to be productive. I have to get through this to-do list and then I'll have time. No. The world tells you that what you achieve is what makes you worthy. And once you achieve it, then you will feel the peace and the love and the joy and the connection that you really, really want. So your days in your life will easily slip away while you are knocking shit off your to-do list. And every day you will tell yourself, as soon as I get this done, as soon as I get through this busy couple of weeks, as soon as this project is complete, as soon as I get my house clean, then I can just settle in. I can just enjoy my life. I can really focus on what really matters. And all of that is a lie, right? It's just a lie because there's no end. Have you ever gotten to the end of your to-do list and been like, done? That's it. I've got nothing else that needs to be done. No, there's always going to be something else, something else that you could do, some other goal to strive for. Once you hit the goal, there's always another level. There's no end. So if I could tell my younger self something, I would say, don't forget. Figure out a way to not forget. Don't wait until the next time your world is turned upside down, or until the next time someone you love goes through something and it reminds you. Stop forgetting, right? Stop forgetting that what matters, what actually matters, all the reason why you're doing all this achieving to get to what matters, it's happening right now. It's accessible now. The things that you want, the things that matter are happening in moments that feel insignificant, like doing laundry or sitting on the floor with your kid or whatever it is. The moments that you want, the moments that matter, the things that matter are often happening in these moments that aren't noteworthy at all. Which to me, I'm like, isn't that the best thought? Because that means there's so many of them. Think about, right? Think about how many mundane moments you have in a day. How many monotonous things that you do in a day. Those are all opportunities to connect with what really matters. The awards, the achievements, the success, the money, the house, the shoes, the vacations, those things might feel more exciting, but they aren't actually what you're looking for, right? Because what happens after you get them? You go back to forgetting, right? What really matters. So these big things you think you need to achieve in order to settle down and finally just enjoy your life and connect, those are the things that are actually keeping you from enjoying your life. What you want is here now. In each moment, you have the opportunity to say, is there an opportunity for me right now to connect, to be in this moment, to really connect to the love and the gratitude and the appreciation of this moment? What you want is here now. And I'd remind my younger self that unfortunately, there is no end to things that could be done. There will always be something else that pops on the list of things to do or change about yourself or achieve. So if you're waiting, younger self, for the right time, or until you have more money, or until things slow down, or until you think you found the perfect plan to get you what you want, it's not going to happen. There is no end. What matters is this moment, and this moment is your life. This moment is your life. Go ahead and dream big. I am all about the dreaming big, the ambition. Enjoy your accomplishments. Enjoy your achievements. Enjoy the feeling of crossing the last thing off your to-do list in a day. Enjoy those things. Just don't forget that those things are just the sprinkles on top of a well-lived life. They're fun, but they aren't the things that actually matter. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, what matters is that you were there, that you were present, that you were alive while you were alive, not chasing what the next thing was going to be, that you were in the moment of your life, being connected to people who love you and who you love. That is abundantly available now in all of the moments, mostly the mundane moments, not after you've achieved the big thing, now. So again, I tell my younger self to write this down, write down what matters, and because you are going to forget, you need to figure out a way not to. What I always tell my clients is, okay, now write it down and staple it to your face. Because what matters most has nothing to do with your to-do list, your achievements, or your productivity. It's the mundane moments that usually hold everything that you want, the peace, the love, and the connection. All you need to remember is to be here now. All right, gorgeous soul. Go off. Figure out a way to stop forgetting. If you want my help, there is a link in the show notes for something that is coming up in the future, an opportunity to receive my daily reminders every day, the same as the people in Calm AF Life. Obviously, join the wait list for Calm AF Life if you want to do all of it. You want me to help you in coaching. But check those out. Check the links out in the show notes. But regardless, figure out a way to remind yourself what matters and then figure out how to stop forgetting. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for listening. And before you go, one more thing. So as you know, I am slightly obsessed with helping as many humans tap into their calm AF-ness as possible. So if this podcast has helped you, would you please leave a review, make sure you're subscribed, and share it with your friends. Also, make sure you head on over to KristenFinch.com to see how you can work with me. You can sign up for my emails and get any other goodies I have available. Until next week, I love you so much. I am so grateful that you're here. I'll see you next time.